Welcome to Breaking News, episode 35. Today we'll be talking about, once again, um, we'll be talking about, uh, something new. I talked about, the, why do I think streaming, I talked about movie theaters, now why they're good. Now I'm going to make a debate for why streaming services are good. So first of all, I personally think streaming services are not better, but they're good if you want to watch something with your family from home instead of going to a movie theater and paying for the experience. Be guaranteed you probably pay more for the popcorn and stuff you got at home, but it's still probably worth it. It's worth it because you can get your own bags, your own microwave popcorn. You could give everyone each one bag, and you could split it up evenly against different people and their family. And also, streaming services, you have a whole variety of shows you could watch in a day, not just movies. You can watch a variety of movies, a variety of shows in one day. But one thing do, you cannot watch certain episodes of the show, which you might think is bad. But there's but it eventually will lead into more. It would eventually lead into finding something. And plus, my point is, you just don't know what's going on. So obviously, you should be very, very going careful there. And the safety planning that a show's not in there, you can still watch it. So that's an argument down. But another, you could also complain about that it's good to go out. I guarantee you this, but sometimes it's cheaper to pay $9.99 a month to watch a movies than to go maybe every once a week and spend like $30-$40 on a movie of popcorn and a thing. But movie theaters will always be favorite in my heart because you can only get the original experience from it. So if you want an authentic experience, I would definitely say movie theater, way to go. But streaming services made a lot more things easier for people who don't like to travel, and and that's a very good thing. And so, to finish this debate today, I was thinking about it a few times. How could I finish this debate? I'm going to pick an eventual winner, and that will be also here today. But I was thinking, why are streaming services better than movies? And I was like, you could pause the movie when you want. I said in the first video I made talking about why movie theaters are better. And I'm like, you can pause streaming movies and you can't pause the movie, but I feel like if you miss a little bit of detail, you might miss something important. That's what I missed to say. And here you could pause it and then see the important part of the movie. And I still think that I and plus now in these days you could do it over your phone with friends, and it will be more easier to connect and watch movies. They offer like uh, platforms where you could do that, and I think that's amazing. Like a movie theater, you have to call all your friends; they have to be willing to go. But now with technology, you could watch it. They could watch something from their house. You could watch it from your house, and your buddy could watch it there. While I was also thinking about how could this, how could I have a very good argument for it. But I think most of the best movies came out when only streaming, everything went on streaming services instead of the actual theater. Like, for instance, oh, I forgot what it was, but it was a very good Pixar movie. from Disney. It was then there was a bunch of uh, you know good movies that came out from the theater, but a majority of the year was good movies you could see outside of the theater, like oh, what's that one where the guy turns into the cat, plays the cat, and is the cat, and I forgot what it was called, but it was a good movie. And see, it was a good movie. It's a guy who, it's a cat, but he was originally human. He dies. It's a Pixar movie, and it's really good. See, most of the best movies of the time came from streaming platforms instead of movie theaters at the time. But I say now that movie theaters are back, I feel like that streaming will become even more popular because, but I still think that instead of wait, you could always wait to watch a movie. You could always wait to watch a movie on stream, but you cannot always wait to watch a movie on theater because eventually they stop showing it. So streaming services eventually they might not show it, or you may have to pay for certain things eventually. But the overall experience of staying home, sitting with your family, just watching a movie from home, ultimately better for most people. But to be honest, you should really have some human interaction in there. Like it's going to do you no good if you interact a little bit. And imagine just sitting there. And one thing you could do is you're sitting there with your friends. You could pause the movie, talk about it, what's happening so far, and it's the ultimate experience that you cannot get anywhere else. So I do think that streaming is better in some ways than the movie theater, but movie theater still has a good part in my heart. Whichever one you watch, you should watch this one if you watch the other one because it's kind of like they go together. I You could click the link in the description box below to see my opinions on it. And this is where the saga is going to end with streaming. Debate, debate. This is the first big debate. There will be more debates coming to Bat Breaking News. But I feel like if I had to pick a winner, it would definitely have to be movie theaters because the overall memory factor of this debate is the fact that I think memory factor is the big point of what I'm saying movies because I remember how I couldn't even remember the name and I watched the movie on stream. So memory factor movies wins. Um and 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 more convenience, you know, streaming wins and 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 interaction and overall experience and cost, streaming wins. But overall, I think it's streaming that wins. Even though I like the movie theater, I think it could go either way. But if I had to pick, and I'm not trying to be biased here, because I do like the movie theaters a lot more, so I try to think as a people who, let's just say, never been to a movie theater before, or has never seen streaming movies, and knowing what I both said on both of them, I would probably pick streaming. So that's the reason why, if I didn't know what I'm basing it on, if I don't know, so not streaming services definitely win uh, and most of it. Movie theaters win in some of it, but it's like, who is the actual winner here? I said it was streaming, but it's in reality, you could watch either one you want, but do whatever one you want. I would prefer going to the movie theater, but uh, but the winner is definitely streaming services, hands down.